In Kentucky, it's possible some federal bans on firearms won't be enforced in the Commonwealth. One Crestwood gun shop says it might seem like a good thing for Second Amendment rights, but warns it's more complicated than that.
It just wouldn't be enforced by state employees of Kentucky. So an ATF agent could still arrest you, a federal agent could still arrest you.
House Bill 153 would keep Kentucky law enforcement officers from enforcing federal bans on firearms, passed after 2021.
This piece here, it's called a stabilizer.
For example, in January, the ATF, the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, issued a ruling for guns with stabilizers, these right here, and tightened regulations for guns with this stabilizer accessory.
It turns your previous pistol into what's considered a regulated short-barreled rifle. Once that's on the books, that gun is a short-barreled rifle, and you can't just sell it to anybody. That's a federal offense.
Under the bill, Kentucky law enforcement wouldn't be required to enforce those new stabilizer rules. Federally licensed gun dealers like Barry Laws at Open Range would still be subject to federal restrictions. He's all for the intent of the bill, but worries the nuances could leave gun owners vulnerable to federal charges and possibly arrests.
It's not just an easy, yay, we don't have to do anything anymore. You have to be very mindful as a citizen what this means to you.
Those opposed to the bill say federal bans on firearms are working to protect people from gun violence.
When we have a tremendous, extraordinarily costly epidemic of gun violence in this state, are you advocating for more guns rather than less?
If the bill does become Kentucky law, Laws wants to see the state help with the cost to educate gun owners on any changes. In a statement to WDRB News, the bill's sponsor, Representative Josh Bray, says in part, implementation and education is the intended next step. But that plan isn't clear yet. Now, we are in the veto session right now, so House Bill 153 is waiting on the governor's desk. Governor Beshear, he can veto it, he can sign it, or he can let it pass without a signature.
All right, Monica, so Missouri lawmakers tried to pass a similar piece of legislation. What happened to that?
We just learned a couple of weeks ago in the beginning of March that in Kansas City, a federal judge struck it down, saying that that was unconstitutional. So I think that we have a lot to learn from that. If it does get passed into law, House Bill 153 likely could face its own legal battles. Now, that law in Missouri, the Attorney General does plan to appeal it.
All right, Monica, thank you for your reporting.